Good morning, guys. We are, what, day 4?
Yeah,
the wake-up call, day 4.
We have had way more of an outpour of people than what we expected so quickly.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's overwhelming. It's fulfilling. It's so many different things that I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, like, excitement, elation, thrilling.
Yeah.
The unknown is like transpiring around you, and you're just like,
I know. And what's crazy about that is that I used to be so fearful of the unknown.
Yeah.
I used to be so fearful and wanted to be in control, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna, like, to prevent this from happening. And then I had to learn, like, once you just sit still and observe and listen and do what's in your power to do, everything transforms from there, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
I went from fearing fear or fearing the unknown to, like, waking up on Christmas morning. What are you going to show me next?
Yes. It's the love for higher consciousness, a love for yourself that is it's an undeniable feeling. It's hard to explain, but when you feel it, it's very pertinent that it's that love and that unconditional love.
Yes, I'm glad you said that.
Unconditional love. I placed it on my Facebook today when I posted that picture of me and Sky, and it man, it really just moved my heart and my spirit to talk about this today, because I feel like that's a lot of what the world is missing.
Yeah,
you know?
Unconditional. And it's not that here's the thing, is they're missing the unconditional love for self.
Right. And for someone else.
Yeah.
Well, it all ties.
Yeah, the core of it is self, because they can feel those feelings of love, but that's flesh speaking when you don't know self.
Right.
That is lust. That is all the things that are going to give you the relationship that you don't want.
Right.
And don't need to have in your life, because it will only hold you back from what you're supposed to have or do.
I can so attest to that.
Yeah.
I have chills right now.
and the unconditional love, like, I love this topic, because I have used, when I would write letters or whatever, or like if I write Ethan, my son, or something, I love you always and unconditionally.
Yeah.
And it's just instilled in me, like, from birth, to love unconditionally.
Yeah.
And I went so many years of my life where I followed myself, and then I got into the drug world and I started following everybody else, and I lost myself. So the transformation of coming back to that love was like the best awakening that I could have ever had in my life, because had I just had that love from the beginning, I don't think I would have fully grasped what it meant to love unconditionally like I do now.
Right.
Where now I understand that I have to nurture myself. I have to be selfish when it comes to myself.
Absolutely.
On the things that I need most, and like loving my environment, what I allow around me.
Right, absolutely.
Oh my God. That is
powerful. It took me a long time to
put the foot down.
The foot is down. The foot is
down. Yes. It's we wanted to do this this segment on love, because it's something that
the world needs.
Yeah.
I feel like the world is crying out for it.
Yes.
That's why I couldn't be on social media.
Yeah, the past few days I've just been like,
I cannot, because it's a few things. It's sad to see that most people who embrace love when it's beneficial to them show no love and compassion
when it's not beneficial. Yeah.
And unconditional love has no conditions.
There's no bounds
at all whatsoever. So I know a good mutual friend of ours, asked, I don't understand why, what's going on and all that that's going on with social media, and what the topic of everybody's post, why that has y'all in a stance of, you can't be on social media, or you don't want to feed into the negativity. But this mission, everything that we're doing is to uplift positively, to show love and compassion to everyone around us, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like. You know, I shared a video last night, and it was of a bird that was clearly sad, clearly just wanting to help their the bird that had just passed away. And I said, you know,
if it made me cry.
Yeah,
because you can see the truth of the unconditional
and that is
love
spirit to
that you
spirit.
don't see in human form these days.
Exactly.
And when you do see that, when you do connect with that,
Man.
there's so much energy and power around that, and people don't understand how you can just walk up to somebody and say, I love you.
Right.
Because you love everything and everyone. That is how you can love everybody. And even when they've done you wrong, guys, when someone does you wrong, take it as a learning experience.
Absolutely.
And don't guard your heart away from people just because one person done you wrong, or just because 10 people did you wrong, or 30 people did you wrong. One thing Jesus said, you have to forgive 777 times before you can say that I don't forgive you anymore. Right. Do you know someone that's going to wrong you that many times before you die? Because I don't. So the way I go by it is that I'm going to love unconditionally. I'm going to forgive unconditionally. I'm going to give compassion unconditionally. Even if I don't agree with it. Right. Even if I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we're all adults. Sometimes I just want to get on Facebook and be like, fuck you, you motherfucking fucking fuck. So like, I'm like, I don't, it's like, and then I'm like, okay, flesh, shut up, spirit. How is everybody?
I'm not about to play with you, but I agree. You are silly. That's why you my soul sis. Real, raw, and unfiltered. That's what I love right there. And I definitely, I can definitely attest to that. And you know, you taught me a lot about that. As just, you know, when people, like you said, do you wrong, just learning how to overcome that and understand that that has nothing to do with you.
Yes.
Nothing to do with you.
Within them.
Them, exactly. And when you can grasp that and when you can understand that, then you can continue on with life and not allow other people's emotions and opinions affect you.
Right. You can live a full life with that love that you're supposed to have. But the thing is, people are, like, with the peace, people are talking about, we need peace in this world. There's no path to it. Peace is the path.
Right.
Like, we need love in the world.
Wow.
There's no path to it. Right. Love is the path.
Right.
That is the path we have to take.
It's infinite.
And yes, we're flesh. Yes, we're flawed in that fact that we are flesh.
Right.
But it's not the flaws we have. It's how we recognize those flaws.
Right.
And then consciously fix them.
Yeah.
And they don't fix overnight. You're going to struggle with things for years.
Absolutely.
But it's in that moment when it happens and you recognizing it right then and calling it out on yourself, that's how the transformation
Absolutely.
happens.
I agree 100% because there were times in the past where I had what you would call stagnant faith. Everything's going good. Thank you. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, God. When it's bad, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? I don't understand, you know, what I'm going through. Instead of realizing and understanding that, number one, the problem lied within self. Number one, my faith was not strong enough in myself to understand that we're going to have the hurdles and the bumps. That doesn't mean life is over. That doesn't mean that you're not granted enlightenment towards your purpose and your path. It just means that you're so clouded and so focused on the wrong things that you can't see the right. Yeah. And that's when flesh takes over and the fear, the doubt, the worrisome, and all those things start to drown you, opposed to you being able to look at it from a higher state of mind. And that's why I'm so grateful for the place that I'm at right now, because wow, I mean, I can remember so many times, honestly, where I was ready to give up.
Yeah.
There's been so many times where I was just, you know, God, just take me in my sleep.
But you know, that's the easiest route.
Yeah.
It's the easiest route to do the wrong thing, to run from everything, to not stand up and fix you.
Yeah.
Because that's where every problem anybody ever faces in their entire life comes from within themselves.
Right.
It is a reflection of a part of them that they just don't know exists.
Right.
And because it's coming from an outside source, they think that's the problem.
Right.
So they're blinded to the fact that it's here all along.
Right.
They were the key the entire time.
Right.
And they just never knew it.
Right.
You're walking around as the key to life. And you don't know it. That's why we're here, to awaken people to know that they are that key.
Yes, absolutely. Because when you can look or feel or sense a person's spirit, the outside appearance don't mean anything. And that's the other thing that was getting me about everything that's going on. Like, so many people need to stop focusing on the things that keep us apart and segregated. Because if you look at yourself within, we have the same organs. Everything is the same.
Yes.
Our spirit is the same.
We're made of the same thing, the same
from
energy.
the same creator.
And we're all one. We are all one.
But yet we
source energy.
Lived a life to allow man to dictate and control what's right, what's beautiful, what's wealthy, anything. And it's just like all of that. Number one, is within self. Anything of this world, I can say anything of this world that you're chasing, you're gonna be chasing for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah.
If you never find that inner strength.
Yeah, because when you find that inner you, then everything you ever wanted that you would chase just plops in your lap, and you're like, wow.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so
and then you understand how easy and powerful it is to overcome obstacles
and adversity and anything and everything you ever face.
Absolutely.
Everything is going to come at you in a manner that you don't like to test you.
Right.
Those are your tests. Like I was telling my husband last night about when we were at the Jaguars game. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we were walking out of there, and we had spent a lot of money at the game. We didn't have but just a little bit of money left in his pocket. Mm-hmm. And these kids come running up. Ironically, he loves football. Mm-hmm. He coached kids in rec league. And these rec kids, football players, come running up to him saying they need money for their program. Mm-hmm. And he goes to hand them $1. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? That was the test. And then right after that, it was, I think another one popped up right after that. He had 3 chances in the matter of a 10-step walk. 3 chances to pass that test, to give without any regard for what you had or what you were losing. Right. That's the spirit of giving right there. You can't worry about what it's going to take from you.
Right.
You have to X yourself out.
Absolutely.
Of the equation altogether for you to, 1, see what the test is, and 2, pass it.
Right. And then once you pass it, the blessings that will come into your life 10, 100-fold.
Yeah.
Because you're actually giving from...
If he would have, to me, this is me. If it would have been me and had money in my pocket, then I would have been like, here. I would have not even counted. I would have pulled it out and put every dime of it in there. I didn't care if I would have had a way home. I wouldn't have cared of anything like that. People call me crazy all the time. They're like, I just can't do that. I just can't. It's because I've let go of everything that the world holds me to. I've let go of all of these fleshly desires and needs. Yeah. And the only thing that I need now is my spirit to be fulfilled in love, light, kindness, compassion, things like that. Those are what really elate me and get me excited, where people they get all over themselves excited with somebody doing them wrong, or football or basketball or baseball or the Olympics. I'm just using sports as a metaphor, but they get all excited about that, but not all excited about themselves.
Oh, I love you. Dang it, girl.
Oh man, I love you too.
I literally have chills from head to toe, and it just, oh gosh, I can attest to everything that you're saying. People used to ask me all the time, how are you so lucky in finding money? Or like, I would literally be walking, I'll find $20, $100 on the ground out of nowhere, or just something crazy where money will just pop up out of nowhere. I could be struggling. I could not know how a bill is going to get paid, and something happens. And people always ask why. And the reason why is because I am just like you in that sense, where I'm not going to, even if I know a bill is due next week, okay, but I still got 7 days to make it happen, but this person needs something now. I'm going to give them that now. And whatever happens, I know I'm going to be taken care of. I know that I am going to be taken care of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like I said,
there's so many things that separate us in this world.
Yeah.
One is money.
Yeah.
Because of that need for money. That it has power over a lot of people, and it can turn people into savages real quickly.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, we've seen. I mean,
that's
the history of the world.
Yeah,
has
that's why you
that.
give without expectation of return. Because when you expect them to return it and they don't, that ruins your friendship, or that ruins that acquaintanceship, or whatever it is that you have going on.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We can't give to people and expect that they give back to us. That is not us truly caring for them. That is not us truly wanting to help them.
Right.
Because if we're giving, and in the back of our mind we've got, oh, well, they're going to give us this back so we can do this, that already was you being selfish.
Right. So don't expect a blessing from that.
No. It's like the only times you're going to get blessings is when you are selfless.
Right. Absolutely.
In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And it's a battle.
Right.
It really is, because society says you need this. You gotta have money. You gotta have all this stuff everybody else has.
Yeah.
But Spirit's like, you don't need none of that.
Right.
You don't need none of that. I'm gonna give you every bit of it if you'll just follow me.
Exactly. Wow.
And I'm gonna cry on that note.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because you know we both cry babies. I can't even talk without my voice quivering. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's powerful.
I need a stage.
It's coming, lady.
Yes,
it's definitely coming.
Oh,
it's definitely coming. Yeah. I definitely want you guys to really understand that. Of course, we all know anything of this world that we want to hold on to, you can't take it with you, whether it's something tangible or whether it's an emotion or a feeling. Well, the emotion and feeling
does
stays
go with us.
Yeah.
That is one thing. People don't understand that either.
Yeah, and when I said it, I had to catch myself, because I'm like, that's
said,
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm so thankful for having the level of consciousness to where even in speaking something that may not be right, for that consciousness to kick in and correct that. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, it's anything tangible you cannot take with you. So the things that we fuss and fight over is absolutely irrelevant to why we're all here. And I just challenge each and every one of you that might be listening to take time for yourself, to analyze yourself. Analyze the pain that you've been through caused by you or someone else. Analyze where you are in your life, whether you're happy or not. Analyze your purpose, or what just fulfills you, or gets you to that fire burning desire, to where if everything around you left and it was only you would still be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, twin. Yeah.
That's it though.
Yeah.
Because that is how they will find out they are happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's going to take them getting rid of that umbilical cord from whatever it is that's holding them back from finding that happiness.
Absolutely.
They have to cut that cord and move on and let go of things that aren't supposed to be there and grow themselves.
Right.
Like, it's okay if you don't know how to cut cords, or you ain't got the courage to cut cords, or you don't know what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. All you do is find yourself. All you do is personally develop yourself and gain knowledge. What I do, like I tell you so many times, my spirit just yearns for knowledge.
Yes.
It yearns for the unknown to be known in my mind.
Right.
So every day I look up things religiously just for new information to have.
To feed.
Yes, because there's new understanding. I can read the same thing 15,000 times.
Yeah.
And those 15,000 times it not click not one damn time. But 2 years later, I read that same thing and I go, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was it.
Revelation, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, don't know where I was going with that. But
it's all good.
It went somewhere. Oh, yes. Find yourself. Personally develop yourself. And you got to have that clarity. Meditation is one of the most, I know you can
powerful.
attest to this.
Yeah.
It is the most, before we got on this show, we had a meditation together where neither one of us was looking at each other. Neither one of us knew what was going on in the other one's mind. But I could feel Jasmine doing the same thing I was doing.
Yeah.
And we were both bawling our eyes out. Yeah. And it was so powerful that tears were just flowing from our face.
So many details of
you
our
find
life
out
that
about
mimic
yourself that you didn't even know existed.
Yes.
Like we did this morning, finding that we had pain in prior life in this realm, in this lifetime.
Right.
When I say prior life, I mean your old self, your childlike body, because in all reality, we are new form every single second. It's a new body that we're in. So that's prior life to me.
Absolutely.
5 seconds ago was prior life to me.
Right.
So we met our prior self at early childhood age and found pain in that prior self that we didn't even know was hindering us right now.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is why meditation is so important, because when you silence yourself, then you find your answers. Absolutely. They're in you. But as long as you're thinking, you're overcomplicating, and you're creating more of the confusion you're tired of being in.
Yeah.
So you have to slow down, be still your mind, still your thoughts, and silent.
Absolutely.
And then you'll find your clarity.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely, man, excuse me. Yeah, this morning's meditation, that was powerful. Because like you said, it took us back, but it also strengthened who we are sitting right here, right now.
Yes.
You know, and gave...
In multiple... It did it in, like, it would have taken light years to do the amount of growth it just threw into us in seconds. Yes.
Instantaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's so powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely encourage anybody that's out there listening that has never tried meditation for you to try it. For you to see for yourself what we've experienced. Because I know that was when I've been awakened and conscious for a while, but I've still battled with the flesh on so many different occasions, especially as it relates to my anger. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because it doesn't mean because we're conscious don't mean that
we don't have battles. And just because we're conscious doesn't mean that we're always positive either.
Right.
There's a duality of everything. People have to realize that. They're like, well, I'm trying to live positive, but I keep having these negative thoughts. Okay, we all do.
Right.
That's gonna happen.
Right.
It's not the thought that matters, it's where you put the thought. It's the action behind the thought that matters.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
It really doesn't. It doesn't matter that.
What I had to do was train my mind. Every time a negative thought entered my mind, I replaced it with something positive.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because
that's the sifting
giving
method.
Because giving that negativity time to dwell came about my attitude changing, the words that I spoke out of my mouth, me not wanting to converse or talk to anybody, you know, people just getting on my damn nerves. Like, I don't have time for humans right now. Like, it really gave me that, just that peace and that level of understanding that I didn't have before. So, wow. This has definitely been a great call today.
Yes,
I feel just a sense of euphoria right now.
Yeah. I feel that we actually have put the energy of that euphoria in this message, and that people will leave this message euphoric as well.
Right. That's definitely the purpose.
Yeah.
The plan and the purpose.
We just want you guys to love each other. We want you to know that you are worthy of the love. We want you to know that you deserve everything good in this world.
Yeah.
That you were brought in this world to be abundant and happy.
That it's already yours.
Yes. We only live in a state of remembering what we've already done. That is what we do over and over again. And that is how our source within us assists us to do things.
Right.
Because it already knows how to do it.
Right.
We just need to allow it to. We need to ask it.
Step out of our own way. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're even on this topic, because this morning I listened to one of our thrivers. His name is Dana McDaniel, and he holds a prayer call every Monday morning. I've never gotten on, but today. And that is something that he touched on. How, you know, it makes him feel some type of way that his kids will want something but refuse to ask. It's one of those things that if you don't ask,
You'll never know, and you'll never get it.
Right. The answer could always be no if you never open your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, it always will be no.
It always will be no. Yeah. It could be yes if you open your mouth. You know, you never know. And it works the same, whether it's parental, whether it's guardianship, whatever the circumstances are. It works the exact same with God, the Most High, the universe, whatever you choose to call it. It works the exact same. Ask and you shall receive. Because believe it or not, you have angels protecting you, surrounding you, sending you signs and signals.
Yeah. But the thing is, the people get confused in how to ask.
Yeah.
They ask in the moment that they're in distress and everything is going wrong in their life, and they're like, God, please help me. Yes. You're talking to self when you say that, guys. Self is God. So when you are praying, you have to do it in affirmation.
Right. Speaking life into it.
Yeah. If you want a big pay raise, you have to say, I am so happy that I got that pay raise.
Thank you in advance for that pay raise.
Yes.
Because you know that it's going to happen.
That is the affirmation.
Right. It's a difference in speaking life and affirming things versus begging. Yes. And I feel like that's where people get prayer.
Prayer is begging.
Exactly.
Yes.
And most people miss that.
Yep.
Most people miss that because you don't have to beg for anything. Everything that is on this earth that is meant for you to have is already yours. You have to seek it. Well, first you have to believe it, you know, for you to even seek it, and then affirm that it's yours.
And feel that it's yours. You have to, the most powerful thing somebody ever said to me was, you have to actually be who you want to become now. Not wait for you to become that person. Yes. You have to be that now.
Right.
So the moment that I was like, you know what? I'm a boss bitch, and I'm going to be that now. And that's where it exploded from, because at that moment I knew my worth.
Right.
I knew the love that I had for myself and that God had for me, and that He was assisting me in anything I needed and wanted.
Yeah.
So it just went from there. Yeah. You have to affirm that you are who you want to be.
Right.
And that's a hard thing for most to grasp, but it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's just affirming and believing. That is it.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah. Well,
we gotta go. We have kids coming in.
Yeah, the kids are like, okay, y'all had enough. It's playtime. Yep. So we, as always, greatly appreciate your time and listening in. And I mean, just take and receive what you've heard. Take and receive what you have learned on this audio, and ensure that every step forward that you take from this point for the rest of your life is that of consciousness, of awareness of self first. Because the last thing that I want to say is that oftentimes people say things out of anger. People say things out of sadness, out of depression, anything negative. And it doesn't always mean that you are what that person has described to you. If somebody is saying, you're selfish, or you're this, or you're that, 9 times out of 10, they are talking about self. A lot of people have not come to grips with self. So when you're in a state of negativity and all you hear from one's mouth is negativity, is because they have not focused on self and worked on self enough to exude nothing but love and nothing but compassion, because they don't feel it within themselves. So if you witness, I hope you guys can still hear me, but if you witness anyone that is negative, that is sad, that is down and depressed, just let them know that it's going to be okay. Let them understand that you love them unconditionally, no matter what it is that they're going through, and that you will be there for them. Just an ear. Some people just need you to listen.
Yes, even.
Some people just need you to listen. So that's our time. We're about to go play in the yard with the kids. Enjoy your day. Have a blessed and prosperous week. We will see you guys tomorrow.